Hello, everyone. Ah, that sounded terrible. And welcome. Sounds bad. Welcome to the Taoist Toasty Dragon Show. Hey, it's time to get nuclear up in here, is what that lamp says. And Bad Sad says, hello. Hello there, Bad Sad. Hello there, that lamp. Oh my goodness, I can hear myself. Look in the stream. How are you guys today? It's good to see you. Yeah, I know very little about this game, and it's perfect for obscure horror games, I think, maybe. It's definitely obscure. I've never heard of it, which may make it too obscure, but it's what I do. It's a Polish game. Do you know this, Pat said? Can you teach me all the ways? Eh. I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. I'm sad. I can get you killed. I played it just a bit. Doing good. I'm just melting killer eyes with blast mines and flashbangs. Being an annoyance. My god, that lamp. I'm glad you're having fun with your Dead by Daylight. I'm 17. You completely murderized us all last night. It was crazy. And those totems suck. I even got rid of one, but I got rid of the wrong one, I guess. Hex Ruin is so just rude. So's Hex Devour Hope, but I mean, that's always been rude. But I guess Hex Ruin's always been rude. It was a rude build, sir. That's all I'm going to say. You guys got rid of Ruin and Plaything. Ah, okay, I got rid of Plaything. I don't even know what Plaything does. But that I was the obsession, so I imagine it plays into that. Is there a way to tell if you are the obsession as survivor? Ooh, Castlevania. You did that today at 2:52. Dang it, I was at work. So sad. It's okay, let's not dawdle too long. I'm 17. You're gonna leave. I need to self promote in my Discord. I just gotta do it. I hate doing it on my phone, but that's no excuse. My desktop should have arrived today, I guess, but they're like, hey, we're delivering it to this other location. When I got to the other location, it wasn't there. I could have called ahead of time, but they wrote on the plane. It's like, we're delivering it there. It's like, okay. Also, as someone learning Russian, that this is written wrong. It's Chernobyl. And that backwards thing is an I sound, so that'd be Cheryl or something. I fudged that up, all right, but that's not an N. It frustrates me. Plaything next when you get hooked for the first time. You get a personal totem that makes you oblivious. Yeah, oblivious sucks. Like, okay, Dead Lamp. Like, the truth is, I've seen a lot of Dead by Daylight gameplay. I haven't played a lot. I have mostly focused on Killer, so I am familiar with Killer stuff more, um, which isn't the same familiar with everything. There's just a whole lot, which I know you know. So, but I do know Oblivious, and Oblivious sucks. So was I oblivious then? Because that was your obsession and I got hooked. Did I get hooked? No, you just, when you downed me, you just freaking ate my face. Okay, enough of that over here. Oh, wait a minute. Cause I'm 17, you're gonna leave. I freaking hate Facebook groups. Because I liked these things back in the day, like artists that I would like or so forth. I guess this is like facts versus craps, which I don't know, that sounds like it could be funny. And now every time I go to Facebook, what pops up on this feed is this lesbian couple, which that's fine, but they're like half sisters, and they're like, oh, we're still going to be together. It's like, okay. Do I need to see that every time I go to Facebook? No. What am I doing? Do, 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 do. No, I did the wrong thing. Yeah. My friends that will jump on the stream only when I personally whatever them. I mean, I love them, but gosh dang it, guys. That makes it so much more complicated. Why you have to go make things so complicated? The way you act like somebody else around everyone else. Oh, okay. And we're good with that. I just need to adjust the paradigm, I guess. But it's kind of nice to have this little like chatting remarks. And to be honest, in the future, if you're still around, Bad Said, my plan is to have the music that you made for me. I want to have that in the beginning, so that would cover up this segment of my streams. I'm sending you. We're almost done though, just a couple more places. Facebook is annoying because every time that you try to message that you're live there, it's like, you want to pay us money so we actually message people about it? I'm like, actually, no. Not that I'm opposed to pay money, but I don't like it when they ask me every frickin' time. done. Here we go. You go away. Do not disturb, because I am streaming. Boom. It's like, you'll send it to me? Thank you, Bad said. So, plaything nights. Okay. You don't hear the terror radius? Yes. It's a great one for stealthing and frickin' whatever it is. That the alien is just good at stealthing anyways. So audio language, what do we have here? English and Russian. We're going to have it in Russian. I'm a person, for believability's sake or whatever, I want it to be in the language that's appropriate for the region. It's kind of weird, like, especially in American movies, you, like, go to Russia, and they're just, like, speaking English with a Russian accent. It's like, no. Text and subtitles, though, we'll keep that English. We're currently on headphones. Just brightness until you barely see the darkest symbol. That looks good to me. We'll actually bump it up one. Actually, we'll bump it up to you because we're doing this for YouTube. We probably can have good graphics. You know, we're doing this on PlayStation 5 and it came out on a PlayStation 4. I love this music. Survival. Okay, this does have survival elements in it. That's dope. Because I said this is put in the survival horror. So this is more what I thought Stalker was like. Maybe the later Stalkers were. We'll just keep it on normal. Here, we want to adjust the gamma just one more, because this is for YouTube, and YouTube darkens some things. Sensitivity aids? Oh no. My sensitivity has AIDS. That's bad. Okay, let's leave. User interface. I don't know. Let's just do this. Oh, we can tour around the zone? Heck no, we're just going right in. We're 100% going right in. Show important moments, show always. I think we only need to show it on important moments. This game is using autosave to save your progress.
Чернобыльская АЭС. Надежда на будущее.
Корпорация НАР начинает испытания новейшей разработки. Технологии рекультивации.
90-е,
I've actually been learning Russian, so I started back in the day. Kind of took a break, but I'm getting back into it.
Что скрывается за засекреченными патентами?
Ясно одно. Саркофаг трогать нельзя.
That was dope. So you said this game's Polish, Bad said? That's awesome. I know this guy from Poland. He's pretty cool. It is awesome.
Игорь, просыпайся, Соня. Смотри, вон там.
Oh yes, is it your home? I actually recognize that.
Там ты сделал мне предложение.
Are we going Silent Hill now?
Ты был таким милым. Ты сейчас такой мой дорогой профессор Хименюк.
You calling me sweet? I am not
Боже,
sweet.
как приятно вернуться после стольких лет. Правда?
Nah, it feels terrible. I hate this. Should have married your sister. That's messed up. I'm sorry. Yep, we're going Silent Hill. She's gone. I'm sad. She's leaving the train.
Игорь, ну что за дела? Ну ты так и не проснулся. Подъем.
I don't want to. I'm scared.
Очни.
Таня? Таня, прекращай эти шутки.
Oh man, the sensitivity is
Ты,
garbage.
Соня.
But I think it's because I'm sleepy times right now. What are you? Let's read the newspaper. The clouds over Chernobyl. I mean, Chernobyl's still super radioactive, right? It's kind of sad. Here we go. Ah, this is pretty though. S.T.A.L.K.E.R, was S.T.A.L.K.E.R Polish too, or was... No, I think S.T.A.L.K.E.R was Ukrainian. The sensitivity sucks. I hate it when it's so low. I'm going so low. I'm going so low. Who's your favorite killer to play there, Datland? Is it like Dracula? If I remember correctly, Dracula's up there for you, right? And Dracula seems like a lot of fun, all that shape-shifting nonsense. I did enjoy the hillbilly in a sense. They're cool because they're a charging killer. I wonder how the Blight would play. But yeah, I mean the whole thing is about covering the map. Yeah, S.T.A.L.K.E.R is from a Ukrainian developer. Awesome. Oh, wait a minute. I was trying to change my sensitivity. Sound controls? Yeah, because this sensitivity of 1 is bananas. Don't like it. S.T.A.L.K.E.R will be released next month. Even with a 2. Oh, that's like my vertical. Ah. Oh, seems like... Well, that's cool. That's exciting. We're running. Oof. Look at me run. Come back here! I should have married your sister.
Сделал мне предложение.
Stop being a ghost.
Так нервничал. Такой милый.
I just... They made a bunch of stalkers, so it's kind of crazy that they're only on Stalker
Татьяна
2.
Амалиева, немедленно прекрати это ребячество. Где ты?
После стольких лет.
Oh, I don't like that. I
Ну,
don't like...
хватит уже.
Hi, Dunstan! We're going to Chernobyl, I don't know why. I already said that the title of this annoys me because the backwards looking end thing is actually an I sound. So... Ugh. We have like green lightning. I don't like the green lightning. I'm running through. Russia's a pretty place, though. I mean, it's huge, so there's like all sorts of different stuff, but yeah.
Это еще что?
I've always just been fascinated with Russia. I don't want to like sound rude or whatever, because it's like got all this culture and stuff, so like there's plenty of reasons to like it, but for me it was just like I've always just been kind of drawn to it. Because I remember there was this book that I had as a kid that had a bunch of like different languages, a bunch of ways to like say hi in different languages. And there was Russian, and I was just like, yeah, this is cool. So now I got a gun. I got iron sights. Uh-oh. Alright, we're here. I know how to shoot a gun. What is this? Oh, I can dodge?
Когда уже это закончится?
No! Oh, fuck! I dodged, but too soon. Russia is a fascinating country, rich culture, yet, well, yeah. I mean, that's fair. I can dodge. Oh. Fuck you! Am I dead? I died. Well, I failed. I need to read the rest of this. Yeah, well, I mean, that's fair. I mean, like, even now, with, like, the whole war in Ukraine thing, it's like, that's not great. Which is, I know, is putting it very mildly, but there's also other things, like, a lot of, like, Russian traditional folklore and stuff has been lost because,
Что-то такое.
yeah, it's just, we destroyed it all, so. We are inevitable? Your face is inevitable. Take that. So I died super hard.
Почему это место кажется мне таким знакомым? Это же моя старая мастерская.
I can craft. I don't know how to craft. Make it. Okay, never mind. I can look at my workbench. What are you?
Пожалуйста, поспеши. Неужели ты не видишь, что эта реальность разваливается на части?
No, I don't see that this reality is coming apart. I don't even know what the heck this reality is. Can't run. I'm guessing that's where I need to go, so we should explore a bit. I was not great at S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And what I was saying is, like, they made a bunch of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, so it's kind of interesting that it's like S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, you know? How do I crouch? None of those. Maybe I can't crouch yet. But that's my flashlight. Alright. But I've gotten my monitor for my computer, at least. I still need to set that up. Oh, never mind. Read the card. FDT. Property of Future Deterrence Technologies. I need more mechanical parts. A bad sad help me. Where are the mechanical parts? You're Polish, you can read everything that's going
Надо
on in here.
возвращаться к работе.
I mean,
Это
it's in
единственный
English,
способ
but...
выбраться отсюда.
Bill, what did I make? A portal What? I made a portal gun? No! I'm sorry. I can read Russian. Oh.
Так приятно вернуться.
It feels good in return. Can you speak Russian? That's it.
Вся зона оцеплена. Народ церемониться не будет.
Entire zone is in lockdown.
Будем надеяться, что нашим источникам можно доверять.
Not that I will
Мы не
understand
нарвемся
everything,
на
but
патруль
some.
по пути.
That's fair.
А если нарвемся?
How close
Тогда будем
is
разбираться
Polish
по
to
ходу
Russian?
дела. За это нам спящая красавица и платит.
'Cause, like,
Был?
I think my understanding is
А
it's
ты
not.
правда веришь, что они тут тестируют свою рекультивацию чего-то там?
По-моему, там нет никаких испытаний, но что-то
Yeah,
явно
it's just
происходит.
not.
Точно тебе говорю. Слишком много наемников для такой небольшой территории. Ну, с наемниками мы разберемся. Там поди сброд, который Вагнер не взяли.
Да пошел ты! Я с этими парнями плечом к плечу воевал.
Знаю, Антон. Я так подкалываю. Давай сосредоточимся на том, как достать
Go
для
for
нашего
Slavic.
профессора
Okay,
немного
so
этого,
there's a little bit more.
Чернобылита. Так он называется, Игорь. Игорь.
But I mean, It's like sort of like how English or like Spanish and like Italian
Что?
both being romantic
Я, кажется,
languages,
задремал.
you know.
Ладно,
There's some
погнали.
similarities, but they're different languages.
Что ты такое?
And it can actually mess you up too. Because, like, for example, in French, it's like,
Ну,
in French,
пора наконец
what
разобраться
am I
с
trying
этим
to say?
делом.
Gâteau? Yeah.
Этот ваш план точно сработает,
In
профессор.
French, that's like cake,
Зови
but in
меня
Spanish,
Игорь,
that's
да.
cat.
Он
Gato.
сработает. Вы делаете
So
свою
it's
работу,
a
а я свою.
word that's
Договорились?
basically the same in two languages, but yeah, very different. Yeah, maybe like that.
Перестрелки?
And maybe a little
Ну что
bit
нас
different.
втянул Игорь?
You know, I don't
У
know.
нас нет выбора.
You know
Это
more
нужно
than me
сделать.
knowing, like, Polish, how close it is.
Но ты тут, босс.
Похоже на ту ночную операцию в Сирии. Помнишь, Оливер?
Помню. К сожалению.
It looks like Polish, and I may be wrong. Does Polish use the Cyrillic alphabet, or is it Cyrillic, or is it like Cyrillic? I guess I don't know how to pronounce it, but does it use that alphabet? When I've seen you write it out, it's not that
Миша!
alphabet.
Миша, ничего не выходит! Нужно отступать быстрее!
Давление падает! Спускаемся! Скорее!
This is a
Бегом,
lot more
бегом!
story than I was expecting. And it's fine. I kind of wish I was just thrown into the thick of it, though.
Пора. Через заборы в канализацию.
Because, like, part of what makes this game interesting to me is, like, this survival
Просто
aspect.
дырка в земле, Антон.
Open world survival horror. And this feels like more on the rails. No, we're not Sherlock. Okay, gotcha. And I didn't think so, because what I've seen you written out, it wasn't that. But I was
Нам нужно сделать
intrigued.
дело и уйти отсюда живыми.
And I mean, like, you can have more than one language, I mean, more than one alphabet, like Japanese. It's actually, like, the hardest part of learning Japanese is the different alphabets. The language itself is, I don't want to say straightforward, but maybe compared to English it feels that way. It has more, like, rules that are coherent, whereas English has, like, basically exceptions for everything. There's so many exceptions.
Игорь! Сюда!
I am over
Хватит
here.
разговоров. Вперед.
После вас, Игорь! Дамы и умники, вперед!
Oh, he called me a nerd. I'm gonna go tell him to fuck off. He needs to realize this is serious business. Nah. We're
Ты
cool.
шутник, да?
Вот дерьмо.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was going to kiss him for a second. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Funny guy, eh? Mwah. It's like, what? Notice the compass. Yep. Okay, this is how I crouch. So we got like some reality bending and stuff going on here.
Держись, птица.
Yeah. I do notice the compass. I'm going. Wait a minute. We should explore, right? There may not be much of a reason to yet, but you never know. Whee! Look at me jump. Just call me Michael Jordan. I got the hops. Oh, this is a silly game. But yeah, Dead by Daylight yesterday was interesting. Do 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 do.
Стань невидимкой.
Oh crap. I think you should be sneaking here, yeah. You say that right as a sneak. I love it. Oh, crap. Even with the sensitivity turned up, it feels slow. Really slow. Maybe it's this setting. Let's try turning that up. See what that does. Oh, I haven't saved the game. The game status from 2 minutes ago is manually saved in a special area. You can load it. Okay. In a special area. I like how that's worded. Let's up this sensitivity, please. So low. Ah, much better. Well, maybe we'll want it down just a little bit. I just prefer mouse and keyboard for first-person shooters. Come sail away, sail away. I'm sailing here, yeah. Enya? What was Enya? What I was just saying? I have no idea. Come sail away, sail. I don't think that's Enya. Ooh, I can lean? I love being able to lean. Enrico Flow. Oh. I don't think... If I was saying Enya, it was not on purpose. I was saying, well, that come sail away. But I was also saying JVKE, so I think it's pronounced Jake's new song. You don't see shit. You don't see shit. Jake's new song. You see shit? Which is, this is what the future feels like. And it's like, when I was 17, I felt my first heartbreak. And I hope that I never fall in love, but at the same time, I hope that I do. That's how it starts, and then later on it's like, I'm 17, da 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 da, and I wanna love you for the rest of my... Ah! You scared me! I'm coming over here. We can lean, so it's time to do the lean dance. Boom, 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 boom. My favorite game about games of lean physics. I'm sharing. You sure this is the right entrance? Heck yeah.
Ты что, забыл?
I used to work here.
Конечно, я уверен.
Oh, what was the server yesterday Bad said that you said that it's my server too? Oh, wait a minute. You can send me the informations on Discord. I don't even have a computer yet. It's coming. It's like, would have had it today. If, like, the postal service would have left it. I understand why they don't, but at the same time, I wish they'd give me the option. Yeah, it's called the kiddie pool. Okay. Wish they'd give me the option to be like, hey, I'm waiving, like, my right to sue you. Because that's, like, ultimately what it comes down to. Is they're worried it's if I lose my property, like, it gets stolen by somebody, It's meant for beginners. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense with a name like Kiddie Pool. Here we go.
Игорь, проверь уровень радиации, ладно?
Sure, why not? Boom. Open, and then we want... Oh, we can tell. That's awesome.
3, 6, да. Не отлично, но и не ужасно. Выше нос. Мы в безопасности.
Name wasn't my idea, it was nearly ours. Yes, that makes
Вы
sense.
все не в безопасности.
None of you are safe. What am I doing? I'm putting this away? Oliver. Up, I'm talking. Here we go. Yeah, you better remove that manhole cover.
Надеюсь, память тебя не подводит.
I hope you have
Ладно,
good
я пойду
memory.
вперед.
Okay, take a
Так
point.
точно, капитан Оливер.
It's much for forgiving the other servers' low zombie population. Yes, which is nice. Put it away! 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 Begone, foul beast! Away! That's my Bloodborne.
Эта твоя штука работает, Игорь.
Do people here like Bloodborne? Have you tried Bloodborne there, Bad Sad? I know you've been
Просто
playing
нужно
Elden
больше
Ring.
чернобылита.
Чернобылит. Точно. Самое радиоактивное вещество на свете.
Oh, yes, give me.
Он знает, что делает, Антон. Соберись и сосредоточься на задании.
I think this game's cool though. It has like elements that I really like.
Поржем над этой историей за кружкой пива.
I think I'm just getting a little bit desensitized to horror games in general. Even in Dead by Daylight, I wasn't like scared. I was more like, no, I don't have PS4, PS5, and I don't think it was released on PC. What? Oh, Bloodborne? Yeah. You're right, dude. I forgot about that.
Показатели плохие. Слишком высокий уровень. Нужно выбираться отсюда. Мы не можем его оставить, боже мой! Выпустите меня отсюда! Выпустите!
This is
Александр
messed up.
Борисович, кто-то должен открыть вентили вручную. Кому-то придется пойти внутрь.
The Chernobyl incident is still pretty messed up, though. I'm pretty darn sure that the elephant foot still exists, which is just a pile of radioactive badness.
Тише. Антон, тот слева твой, а я возьму.
Я займусь вторым, Оливер.
Ого. Поглядите-ка. Ладно, я на твою славу не претендую. Но если нас грохнут, я буду очень зол.
Oh, you're going to be mad at me? I want to be mad at you. You freaking nerd. Here we go.
Я думал, ты хотел заняться тем охранником. Или ты его на потом приберег?
I have to take out the guard.
Эта атмосфера и растет.
Думаешь, рванет?
Может, ты не в курсе, но я вообще-то солдат, а не физик-ядерщик.
Time for a stealth takedown. Well, you dead. Like, one thing that people don't, like, think about when, like, it comes to, like, superhero things or the like, is to knock somebody out, you're basically bringing them to a point where they can die. They're, like, really close. It is really bad for the human body to be knocked out because, like, we don't want to be knocked out. So if that happens, it's like things have gone catastrophically wrong. So, and there can be like lots of lingering side effects, or you could die. Gonna have to bounce. I got my Castlevania stream in a few hours. Cat Shaft, dude, thank you so much for dropping by, Lamp. You were supposed to tell me about Dead by Daylight stuff. I was asking you questions about it. You didn't answer any of them, and now you're leaving. Well, fine, I see how it is. I'm kidding, dude. You have a good one, and I'll definitely drop by that Castlevania stream. At least I hope so, as long as it's like at a reasonable time. See you, Dat Lamp. How do it? Get out of my way, you freaking fat ass. I'm kidding. I called him a fat bastard, but he's not.
Да, давненько я тут не был.
Oh, yeah?
Что там такое, Игорь?
What is
Ладно,
that,
Игорь.
Igor?
Твой выход. Все по плану. Готов?
Пытаюсь получить доступ к терминалу.
But yeah, like with Dead by
Если кнопка
Daylight,
запять
I
еще
wasn't like
работает.
scared as the survivor. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I said that. I think I was like saying I was scared on stream, and now I don't remember. I may be outing myself. I don't know. I just didn't really feel scary, which I know is like one of the things about it.
Игорь.
But
Давай
there's
уже
definitely
делай.
something to it, like an unease. It's like, uh-oh, the killer can get me. It's like playing hide and seek. I needed to have more perks where I could like see the
Игорь,
killer. So,
Давай
but
уже к делу.
I think honestly, I was just messing up with my builds yesterday. In the sense of like, I think aura reading stuff would be better for me. I can't play Dead by Daylight? Why can't you play? Is it not allowed in Poland? It's too scary? Okay. I just know like different countries and different regulations,
Время
so.
не ждет.
Yep. I'm not pushing this button.
Вы это слышали? Голоса.
Вот это вообще не тот вопрос, который сейчас в тему, Игорь.
But it is, I tried. I play with just all in one
Не
resource.
делай этого, любимый.
Okay. I'm sorry. Not to cut it, not to be like, it's not
Не могу
scary.
нажать эту кнопку.
I mean, if it scared you, that's fine.
Антон,
Because I get it. There's definitely that. And it's like an extreme,
бегом.
what is it? Extreme hide and seek. So it's very tense. And like if you mess up at the hiding part, you got the killer. But did you try the killer at all, or were you just survivor? Because maybe you would have enjoyed it a little bit more as the killer. Or maybe not, you know, that's fine too. Of the matches that I played, I had fun because I was playing with friends, but at the same time, I don't like the game a whole lot. It's nothing against the game, it's, oh, you tried both. Really? Hold on. You tried both? Okay. So, really often I had nightmares about chased bikes. Oh, that stinks, man. Yeah, just don't play it. It's not worth it. But, like, of the matches, I didn't have a whole lot of fun as Survivor. I had fun playing with my friends, but yeah, I just couldn't, like, find what I was doing. And I said that I enjoyed it on my Discord, which is not a lie. I did enjoy it. I'm happy that I got to play it with my friends, but I don't know if I'll play it again. Because, yeah, I didn't like Survivor because I couldn't find what I was doing, and I just was like, I have no idea. It wasn't a whole lot of fun because it wasn't just like finding what I was doing, I was just like, I don't know how to Survivor. And then with Killer, like, I know my friends were picking on me when I said I felt kind of bad, and they're like, no, you don't. The honest truth is, I did kind of. With Slater, I'm still not sure. I should have asked. But I felt like I may have killed him when he went AFK, which wasn't intentional. I was just like, he went to go like hide in the bushes, and I was following him, so I smacked him. And then like a few seconds later, he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's like, "Oh crap, did I kill him when he was like going AFK?" Because I don't want to do that, you know. That's not cool. So there's that, and I don't. I just felt kind of like a jerk. In the sense of like I wasn't even like trying to necessarily kill everybody that match because we're all just new and whatever, and I'm familiar in the sense I've watched a bunch of videos, so you know that gives me a leg up. I was still making a lot of mistakes though. Like there is that. It's not like I was doing amazingly. I kept like hitting walls and messing up chases and so forth. But yeah, I ended up like killing like 3 of them. So it's like, okay, I wasn't necessarily trying to do that. It was just, you know, trying to learn how to do Killer. And I guess it's weird. It's like, you won, so why do you feel bad about it? But I don't know. That's just like part of it. It's like, I didn't necessarily enjoy the fact that, you know, killed all my friends. All joking aside, it's like, okay, I get it, and I can get why it's fun, you know. It's the human competitive spirit, but I just don't really have that. I like just co-op a lot more. And like, I don't want to get, not like being too down on myself. As far as I know, they had fun with that match and stuff. So they had a good time, and that's cool. I'm glad. Like I would feel. I want to say I would feel worse, but I mean I would feel worse if they didn't have fun. But it's like even with that, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's not really something that makes me feel great. But I am glad that they had fun. Uh-oh. Oh crap. This guy is freaky. I feel like he's alternate dimension me. That's what we get for teleporting.
Оливер! Куда ты делся, Оливер?
Это что вообще было?
Послушай, Боже, мне так жаль. Антон был хорошим парнем.
Кто этот выродок?
Откуда мне знать? Он как-то использовал отрицательную энергию Чернобылита для телепорта. Чтобы это подтвердить...
Так, стоп. Сейчас не до этого. Он может сюда попасть? И где мы вообще?
Мы внутри червоточины, соединяющей 2 сингулярности. Она короткая и нестабильная.
I'm actually paying attention to the story. I've been talking over them. I don't want to, but they're also talking a lot. I don't know.
Избавь меня от подробностей. Просто вытащи нас отсюда.
Да, хорошо.
Yeah.
Сюда.
Part of me feels bad, but part of me is like, I'm not that kind of channel either.
Моя рука. Прямо изнутри крутит. Я этого козла урою. Антон, обещаю тебе.
What is this? This place is freaky. Black mask wearing motherfucker. But yeah, like, what I'm saying about Dead by Daylight, I'm happy that I played. I did have fun with people, and it was a cool experience. Though I don't know if it's ultimately for me. I already uninstalled it today. I don't think I want to go back. At least at this point.
Тебе придется снова изучить его, прочувствовать, подчинить.
But yeah, Bad Sam, I'm sorry that like you had the nightmares and stuff. That stings. And here we are in Chernobyl. This portal gun stuff is crazy. So, reality...
Время на исходе, иди.
It's just still like... So we have the portal gun, but the portal gun feels more like a MacGuffin than something we'll actually be using. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I haven't said this yet, but if you are enjoying this stream, I'd appreciate if you showed that sub and like button some love. This is an interesting game still. I was expecting it to be a little bit more open to start. I'm still liking it. Like, they did a good job with this game. It's not personally what I wanted out of it, and I feel like it's opening up to that, but it's a lot of preamble. But I also feel like partially that is because of like budget and time constraints or so forth. Like, this experience is very linear, which makes it easier to develop. Well, it's a bit of a weird game. That is true too, but like, it makes it kind of hard to follow what's going on because there's a lot of different elements. You'll see. But I'm digging it. Like, I am digging it, but also I'm like, I was kind of just feeling this was going to be another stock. It's not open world like Stock Gotcha. But it would have been great, because it has the survival elements. That's okay. We have conditioned psyche. You know, we have so many rads. This is just an intro. Yes. Am I dying because of radiation poisoning? Yeah, I figured it's just an intro. I'm not sure how much more besides the intro that we're going to do in stream, though, but that's okay. It's not open world, not like S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Gotcha. So it's going to be a linear experience. And that's fine. Did I just have to run through? I feel like I'm just going to die. Whatever. Run. Run. Whew. We're in a bunker. Whew. So I guess it's a little bit more like Metro. In that sense, like more linear or whatever. Which, I want to play Metro. I was considering playing Metro, but I feel this fits the bill more of like obscure horror game. And mostly it was Metro cost money. Metro maybe? I don't know. That doesn't feel too obscure to me, but if I think about it, I don't really remember a whole lot of like the bigger YouTubers playing that. What is it? You have spent too much in a contaminated area. Use your anti-rad. Where is that? Yeah, I got kind of messed up by that radiation.
сколько раз мы проходили через эти двери. Уже и не сосчитать. Давай пройдем вместе, любимый.
Don't you dare call me that. Only my wife could call me that. You're pretend. But yes, this is a very weird game off the bat. I'm down for it. But it's kind of a shame it's not open world. It's kind of what I was looking for. Once I fell asleep while listening to Metro 2033 audiobook. Got a nightmare. I dreamt about exploring the sewers or something like that. Oh man, you gotta stop doing horror stuff, bad sad. I want you to have nightmares. One of the worst nightmares... Oh. How do I select herbs? That's weird. But you can also navigate. Hold L2. Oh. Let's look for herbs. Oh, okay, this is cool. Like, this is ripe for being an open world game. Even more so than the original Stalker. And I can't say any about the, like, I guess it's not sequels, but for the expansions or so forth that came out after the original. Because they've made a few of those. But the original one, it's just old school, right? So it had like some elements of that, but it wasn't really like a survival in the sense of like actually having the survival mechanics. Besides like having to worry about radiation. And it's fine. It was just no more herbs in the area. There's mushrooms though. But like this game is set up for that open world survival thing. And it would have been really cool. But it's okay. It's still cool. I made myself healing sloth. Can make more, why not? Okay. Okay. There we go. And I healed. Which is good because that radiation messed me up. What's over here? It looks like something for... starting a fire. Have you read or heard about the Rockside Picnic by S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Boris Strzersky? I have not. But yeah, I don't do a whole lot of horror. I've been doing more recently, though. S.T.A.L.K.E.R was inspired by this book. Okay. I have been... And I think it's just because I like the paranormal fiction aspect of things. I don't like being scared. There's also a Russian movie, creepy stuff.
Руки вверх, так чтобы я видел. Пароль.
Did we really agree on a password?
Да погоди ты! Не могу думать, когда в меня целятся.
Игорь! Черт! Ностальгия, пароль, ностальгия, ты же сам его придумал.
It's nostalgia.
Ладно, заходи.
Nostalgia.
Игорь, ты же у нас на все руки мастер. Осмотри здесь. Может, этот хлам на что-нибудь сгодится.
Это твоя стихия, милый. Время сотворить порядок из хаоса.
We can build a base? What the heck? It's not an open world game, but we get to build a base. Okay. That is just crazy. But to be honest, it feels like they wanted to do they wanted this to be like open world. Yeah, this is the hub. Pick missions. Okay, that makes sense. So like we build the hub area and then that's an interesting take on it. I like it. What comes to my mind though is that they did want this to be an open world survival horror. I mean survival game with survival horror elements. And like they just couldn't do it for whatever reason. May have been time, may have been budget, might have been a combination of things. And thus they framed it a bit different while keeping those elements. Like it still has the survival crafting stuff even though it's not open world. Excuse me. Might as well salvage everything we can. I mean, we could leave some of the junk just for the aesthetic of the post-apocalyptic. I can't talk. Post-apocalyptic aesthetic, but I'd rather have the resources, to be honest. We'll need them. Where do I want my crafting table? Over here. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and 3 minutes, huh? Feels longer than that. Because I guess... What time did it start? It started at 5:40-ish. So that means that it's like 6:40-ish. Almost 7. Which would make sense considering how dark it is outside. I like the music here. What language do you speak, Bad Sad? Polish and English. I need to learn another language. Dat Lamp said, finally! Not in the chat. I just saw a notification for something you posted on a YouTube video. Oh, maybe about getting a laptop. Which didn't end up happening, so it's sad. Do do do. Do do do. Eh. Oh no. I speak Polish, a bit of English, and I was learning Russian and Hungarian in school, but I don't remember much. Almost none. You speak English very well, Betsy. So I guess Polish and English. Look, we're able to have a conversation because you can speak English. You know? If we were trying to have this conversation in Polish... yes. It would basically be... Well, I don't even remember hello. I remember hello, but I don't even remember how to pronounce it. I can like kind of envision it in my head, but not completely. So there you go. We couldn't even say hi. Did we? It would be interesting. I know Polish would be hard. Yeah. Well, what did it want me to do? Chizuk. I'm sorry, Chizuk. Yeah, Chizuk. Why am I doing like the K sound? It's like CH. Chiz. Wow. I forget how to do English now. What sound does CH make? It makes a K, right? No, it's like Chiz. There you go. That's my flawless Polish. Jak she masz? Jak she masz? How are you? CZ equals CH. Like cha 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 cha. There, cha 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 cha. I figured I wanted to make it a ZH equals sh. Okay. Sh. And ch. I mean, I also want to learn Russian, which is hard in its own way. I would say that every language is hard in its own way. There's some things that are easy about languages, or easier than other languages. And there's some things that are hard, like Japanese, and it's a soft sh, which is what? So there's like sh, and there's sh. And C, that is a soft ch. So ch, ch. Like that. And thank you. I mean, it's gonna be... I'd have to do this again and again. I am paying attention, I'm trying, but... like, it's also a lot of information. I appreciate it, though. No, I really want to learn... I want to learn every language. Which, yes, I know that's a lot. It would be a big commitment and whatever. At the very least, basically impossible. But that's fine. As long as I can learn a little bit of every language, then I'll be happy. And I do want to like learn and be fluent in at least a couple languages. But language is just... it's so important to who we are. Like, I'm not sure, have you heard of the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, Bad Sad? I'm just going to say it for those of you who may not be familiar. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis is a sociology theory about language determines culture. There's a few ways of wording it, though. There's language determines worldview, language determines culture, language determines perception. And depending on how like the specifics are worded, there's backlash and so forth. What am I? Oh, sleeping bag. Okay. Maybe I'm just built. It takes mushrooms to build a sleeping bag. Okay. Where do I want to sleep? guess we're just building a bunch of stuff. We'll do that. It gave me a tutorial thing, and I didn't pay attention. But, so, language determines culture. So basically, our language, there's a few parts to this. Language has grammar and the vocab. So language helps us structure our thoughts. Not that we can't have thoughts outside our language. It happens frequently that I'll have a thought as like I don't have the words for it. But what language does is it allows us to word our thoughts. So it helps structure our thoughts because sure, you can have a thought that doesn't fit in with your language, but then it's sort of hard to talk about it. It's hard to like work with those thoughts. I'll just put this next to my workbench. There's a cool modern artificial language which can be quite easily understood by any Slav. It's called, and I messed that. I'll check it in a second. No. Over here is cool. Boom. What else do we have? Sofa. Go back. Building tools, we have that. Cannot build those. What can we build here? Nothing. Just going through until we can't. Okay, we're good. We can pick it up. Okay. Now what? We can't use this. Can't use this? Okay, guess it's just for show. But so language gives us the vocab. And it also has the structure, the grammar. So that informs our brain what's kind of like important to look for. So like for one, the vocab, it's like what's important, such as like in Spanish you have gendered things. So like you have to make sure that you're using the right gender for stuff. So you're like looking at the world through that lens, which is actually like really interesting how Spanish speaking like nations have addressed the whole transgendered. I don't know a word for that. Same Polish comes, yeah. Same in Polish when it comes to. Well, 1 second. I'm grabbing my phone so I can read your messages. Bad sad. But yeah, there's a cool modern, can be quite easily by any Slav. It's called Interslavic. It amazed me how easy it was for me as a Slav to understand it. That's us. Same in Polish when it comes to gender. Okay, so like there's stuff. So like you look at things and it kind of frames how you look at those things. But like in the Spanish-speaking nations, they've adopted a new gender-neutral ending to words to address the whole like trans and like I apologize to people. I'm not completely up to date. I don't know if it's asexual or agendered. I know there's that, but to those who, you know, I think it's agendered. They don't identify as a gender. So those who are like agendered, they'll use like I think it's tricks is that ending, which like there's some older Spanish speaking people who's like we shouldn't be doing this, but that's like what the younger generation is doing. I think it's kind of interesting how those things interplay. But like for example in English, we're very direct language, we're very low contextually based. So we overstate things that a lot of cultures would not. Such as we use a lot of I and like you in our talking with people. Like I went to the store. I like the color red. And thusly, like in America and stuff, where the most individualist culture because we're just so focused. Like, our language is literally built around always going I, or you. So we're just hyper fixated on that. And there's just like other things for other languages. Like, there's an Aboriginal tribe that their greeting is the direction you're heading. They don't have words for relative directions like left or right. It's the absolutes like north, south, or whatever. And their greeting is basically translated to, hello, I am going northwest, and how are you? And then you would respond with, I am going southwest and I'm well, or something like that. So you literally can't even get past hello without knowing which direction you're heading. And they found that these people have something, I think it's called absolute recall, which is you can put them in the middle of nowhere and they can find their way back home. They're just really good at directions and stuff. And it's because in their language, they have to focus on that a whole lot. So I just find that interesting. And thus, I want to learn at least a little bit of every language, because to me, it's like learning a little bit about that person. It's like learning a little bit more about their worldview, and that's important to me, because that's great. Life is awesome, and there's all sorts of different ways of living life. There's all different cultures, and it's just really cool to see how people are doing this whole life thing and how they're doing it. And part of that is the language. So, sorry, I know I'm not progressing the game, but I wanted to say my 2 cents about
Только не
that.
говори, что ты решил отправиться прямиком на станцию. А то есть и
And
попроще
to your,
способы покончить с собой, если что. Нас
yes.
мало.
That's why
У
it's
нас
hard for me to
почти не
get used to
осталось
new
боеприпасов
pronouns and
и
stuff.
до
I don't want to
всего.
hurt anyone.
Нам
That's
нужна
why you try to avoid
информация,
it. I mean, I often
прикрытие,
struggle to refer
припасы.
to a
И
person.
самое главное,
And that's
нам
fine,
нужен
bad said.
чертов план.
In the sense of, sorry, it's like, yeah, it, I don't have words. Here we are talking about words. It's like, I don't have the words for my thought, but it's just interesting. And like, thank you for bringing that up. And like, in a sense, yeah, that seems like it would be like a struggle, especially since I'm not sure, and you could tell me in Poland or Polish, have they started to add like a gender neutral like pronoun or gender neutral way of referring to some things if there's like gendered nouns for everything? Because that's interesting to me. And yeah, I could see that just being, I mean, you're already speaking like a different language, and you've already told me in the past when you're like listening to English, you have to translate it back in your head to Polish. So like, you're doing all this mental gymnastics already, and that's just an additional layer on top of that. So I could just understand being like, I don't know. It's a little bit too much for my brain to wrap around this, so I'm just going to kind of step out of the situation. It's completely understandable. I mean, even without that, like in English, like native English, which we have it and things like that, it's kind of daunting and scary about how to address new people because of, yeah. And like, when I say this, I completely understand, or like, I'm all for the movement. My best friend is trans and stuff like that. So like, I'm all for you being addressed how you want to be addressed. I'm just saying it can be because you just want to make sure that you're doing things correctly. And it just is like, I don't know. Yeah, it seems it comes easy to you. What comes easy? About the... yeah, what comes easy? the gendered stuff. I guess, like, to that end, and to anybody, at least for native English speakers, it's nice, they, them, and stuff. Yeah, I will say, I was just going to say that in English, it's nice because we have the gender neutral terms. Just like use they when meeting somebody. That's what I've done. It's what I like do in writing too. Like if I'm not like going to reveal the gender of a character or something, like for suspense or whatever, they. It's been used for a long time. So at least in English, the transition has been easier. Because if you're just not sure, you just go with they until they tell you their pronouns. And then, yeah. But I understand, like you're saying, they're bad, sad. In other languages, you just can't do that. Like in Spanish. But it's just in Spanish, they've been doing some stuff. Everything here is gendered. Guitar, stool, hammer, car, boat. Exactly. And I would be interested to see, like, particularly with the younger Polish generations, if they try to come up with something akin to Spanish, where it's like making it gender neutral ending. So he doesn't understand love comes at a risk. But love cares not about the risk. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about my wife, but
У меня нет так много времени. Я должен найти Татьяну.
В смысле? Нет,
Потом.
нет. Я не понимаю, о чем ты толкуешь, и
Да.
даже не хочу понимать.
yeah, like you're saying, bad said, you don't have a they,
Будем
so
использовать
that
ее
makes
для
it
планирования.
very difficult,
Выясним, как пробраться
impossible
на станцию и
actually,
найти то, что
to
ты
be
ищешь.
referring
Или
to
ту, кого
someone in
ты
a
ищешь.
gender neutral
Каждую
term.
зацепку. Все сведения о ресурсах. Все будем отмечать здесь. А действовать начнем, когда момент будет подходящий. Пока что сосредоточимся на том, чтобы закрепиться здесь. Раз уж мы используем этот склад как базу, нужно накопить припасов и все
And I
это
have
обустроить.
no idea how to
Начнем
understand
с
or
мест для
pronounce
сна.
they, them.
Может, какие-то старые
In
кровати найдутся?
English? Or, well, I guess it would be in English, right? It's an abstract. Yes. I guess that's fair. Especially if you've grown up, yeah, in general. If you've grown up with everything having a gender, and this is what I'm getting at with the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, and thank you so much, Bad Sad. It's like, if you grow up with everything having a gender, to then go into a language where there's things that don't, things that are just like theys or whatever, it's just a way of viewing the same objects, but it's different from how you were brought up. It's like, does a TV have a gender? It's both yes and no. It really depends on how you like view the thing. Being from an English speaking, culture, it's like it's an object. So like what would even give it a gender? But it's like, well, it's like the vibes or whatever. It's like what this gives off in terms of masculine or feminine energy, which in that in itself is also abstract. Like what makes something masculine, what makes something feminine. So it is all very abstract, and that's hard to wrap. And ultimately it just comes down to a philosophy of those things. Like a TV could be masculine or feminine or a not of them, just depending on how you view on it and the like what you view as important about it. He's saying I can't focus on Titania. But screw you, she's my wife!
Здорово, что ты проявляешь инициативу, но...
Не беспокойся. Главный здесь ты. Но ты платишь мне за мои знания
For
и
example,
навыки.
they in
И
Polish
один из
is
них
only,
не давать тебе
but
сдохнуть.
only if you refer to a group of
Такой
males
вариант тебя
or
устроит?
males and females.
И еще кое-что,
But
пока
that
ты не
could
ушел.
also they could also be
Оружие
translated
имеет
as
биометрический замок. Мы не сможем им воспользоваться. Так что придется защищаться тем, что есть.
on
Держи.
a, which
Это на
means a
самый
group of
крайний
females
случай.
or
Я так
kids.
понимаю, с оружием
So yeah, there you go.
обращаться
Even
умеешь?
your they is gendered because it depends if it's a group of males or a group of females or so forth. Yeah,
Ну,
give me that
тогда ты
revolver.
готов. Я в тебя верю, Игорь.
My team. This is an interesting game.
Правда. Отсюда все видно.
Один ты не справишься. Но есть другие, они помогут тебе.
Я смотрю, старая радиоточка Михаила опять работает. Оливеру
Да.
или сделать
Антон
все
все
сам.
Oh no,
починил
they're
перед тем,
talking over each other.
Мы
I'm
ушли.
sorry.
Может пригодиться.
Мне так жаль, Оливер. Правда. Но нам нужно сосредоточиться.
It's kind of a shame that those are just set dressing, but maybe they'll come in useful later. Look at this gun. Whee! Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Here we go. Can go for a heist or can assign missions. Days left. Oh no. We have to pick. Oh, I see.
Ну так что, мы начинаем?
What is this? Well, we can go for a heist. I see. To rescue our wife, but we could do it now, but very low. Yeah, I think you can send that guy on a mission, but I might be... It seems like I should be able to, right?
Какой отсюда вид?
Though maybe not yet, because
Всё
his
зоны
arm's
отчуждения
broken.
как на ладони. Сможем планировать все заранее. Просто дай знать, как будешь готов, босс, и мы начнем.
Let's... We want to get ammunition and medicine. Which luckily... Oh, munitions, so it's like guns... Broken arm? Who cares? He's Russian Bear. Oh man, that just makes me think. There's this story of this Russian guy who got shot in the head and just went on to have like a normal life with a bullet in his head. I think he may have been shot in the head again, but that may not be right. I want to get this ammo stash and the medicine. So, I mean, maybe the munitions for food. No, oh, I see. I'm sending Oliver on a mission. That's why these have different supply drop. That's 2 days, though. But we may not have enough energy to do that after we send them on one mission. But we'll give it a shot. That's 80. Let's see. For the supply drop, it's dropping him down about 60%. Jeez. So we can, but we want to make sure that we're like, if it's 60%, Yeah. It's just under 60%. We want to make sure like we have a lot. But we should be fine. We can definitely do 2. This would be pushing it. Let's get some... Well, maybe the medicine isn't as important. Let's get some ammunition. There you go. So he's... Oh, I see. And then I can assign myself. What time is it? We've been streaming... It's 7:13. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. Yeah, I think we can do a mission and probably call it after the mission. Okay, so he's doing that. Let's get medicine. Plus R2. Remember that difficult missions do not have to be successful. Both you and your companion can be injured, kidnapped, and even killed. But hunger will kill you just as quickly. Okay. Yes. So it's like different missions. Like you're saying bad, sad, but this is an interesting game. It's kind of like a hybrid of the open world design with like Pripyat? Is that how that's pronounced? We have a bunch of stuff over here. Oh, it's a soft CH. It's Pripyat. That's one of those things, like, it might be a focus in English, to be honest. Close. I don't even, because, like, it was like a T last time. Let's look. So, Pripyat. Oh, Pripyat. That's a hard CH, so Pripyat. Okay, I can see what you're saying. Pripyat. Yeah. Well, that's one of those things. It might be something in English, but I was in, like, speech therapy growing up. So, and one of the things is, like, contextually, or, not contextually, but, like, conceptually, I can understand, like, there's long A's and then short A's, or long O's and short O's. And then it's like, I don't quite know what that means in terms of, like, if presented or told, like, oh, that's actually supposed to be a short O sound. Like, what's the short O sound? I think a short O is like a ah. And that just messed me up as a kid when I was learning it, because I was doing well, but it's like, oh yeah, and then like an O makes an ah sound, or like it makes it's like, what? What do you mean? It's an O. It should make an O sound. I actually distinctly remember when that shift happened. And I heard like demons, and I don't like that. Yep, I hear demons, I hear ghosts. You freaking... That did kind of freak me out a little bit. That's why I got quiet. I'm told, like, hey, you'd have great reactions because you don't really do horrors. But, like, my reaction for the most part, well, it depends. Like, when I was playing Amnesia, I was like, eh. But then I got to the point I was running, screaming at the monster, not in, like, an ah. I was like, yeah, I can make noises too. Rah! Or like, ah! So it really depends, but, like, I think when it gets really serious, I get quiet. I'm like, whoa, I might like jump or something, but I go into like hyper focus mode, which is also what happened to me on my Dead by Daylight stream. I feel kind of bad because you can't hear my like the people I was streaming with, so it's just a lot of like no commentary, which is fine, but it's just different from what I normally do, which is very commentary heavy. So it's like, I'm usually like this, but for that stream, it was a lot of silence. But it was just me, like, really focused. And thank you for the language lessons there, Bad Sad. Like, that's one of those things, like, it's hard, especially if you haven't, like, had to worry about stuff like that, like accent marks or things of those nature, but it just depends on who you are as a person. There's some people that literally will never be able to, and that's, like, sad and kind of crazy, but, like, they just can't, their brain can't form the neural pathways to be able to produce those sounds again. A particularly extreme example, but this is also because the mouth is shaped differently, is an African language, and there might be a few, but I only know of the one, where they have a lot of like clicking sounds, like and stuff like that. Their palate on their mouth, so like the top of their mouth is literally shaped differently. So unless you like grew up or like, you know, you're born from that, you can't speak that language fully. Your mouth just isn't developed in that way. But I don't know. The thing with science, I love science. There's a lot of crazy stuff with science, so that's just sort of like, hey, it'll never happen. But things do.
А ты сегодня довольная.
Федя сказал, моя пластинка сегодня приедет.
Какая пластинка?
Говорящие головы.
На говорящие головы можно и по телевизору посмотреть.
Ничего себе, Игорь. У тебя чувство юмора просыпается.
Наверное, это ты меня хорошим настроением заразила.
That's cute. But like like with accents and things, or I guess I was going on about like the mouth thing. There's like also like epigenetics, which is basically markers on your DNA that make it so gene regions can be coded or not. They can be transferred between offspring and also change over the course of your life based on what you do for activities. So there's that. And if you're like speaking that language, who knows? Maybe it triggers your body to open up the gene that changes your mouth palate, and that's just bringing up an example. We don't I don't think epigenetics is like, oh, that would happen. But I would just say, and with science, here's the big thing. You leave some room for uncertainty. The closest that you get in science is 95%, which is not bad. But you always say it's like, as far as we know, that wouldn't happen. But maybe it could. There's a 5%. Because there's limiting factors based on your tools that you have, based on your resources, based on like how you can test for these things. So you have to acknowledge it's like based on what we did, we didn't find that that would happen. But there's stuff that we may have not been able to see. And thus, maybe it could. Like phasing through an object, there's a percentile chance of that happening. So it's like, oh, people don't phase through stuff, but to be quite honest, it's crazier that we don't, because most of matter is empty space. But I mean, there's just a lot of atoms, though, so it's like, even though most of it's empty space, there's that whatever. And it's also, you have to understand, like, how electrons work. Electrons are often presented as, like, these little balls orbiting around a nucleus. But I got quiet because there we go. Perfect. Ugh. That's kind of gruesome. Don't know why that lowered my condition psyche, but it is what it is. What was I saying? Got distracted by the soldiers. Oh yeah, about the epigen, and then I was talking about atoms. So like, with electrons, they're often actually just pure energy. Like they were presented in school or whatever as like these little balls, but that's not often the case. They're wavicles, kind of like protons or photons and the like. And I hate that that lowers my psyche. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I'm murdering a person. That does things to you. And eventually you get kind of, like, desensitized. But, like, how you get desensitized to that is... meh. I mean, there's a great anime about that whole thing. Which is just, Yep, we're doing stuff. This is what I wanted from S.T.A.L.K.E.R, right? They're just too close together. This is my chance. But this is just working havoc on my frickin' psyche. Whatever. I don't need it. This is what S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the first one, needed. But I mean, it's old. Oh, psyche's so low. You stop murdering people in cold blood. But I'll never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. So what I was going on with the electrons is like, oh, that's the mystery. Okay. And there's a CH sound in that word? I believe you, but I would have never guessed as a non-native or whatever speaker. There's no CH there. Where's the CH? Pre-pet. 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 Oh man. I'm trying. I would like accent coach or something with that, because that's one of those things like just gotta be. And Russian's pronounced like I totally believe you. It's just kind of crazy, because like if I didn't know, I would have never, because there's no like ch there. And we'll use the portal. Okay, so we can leave at any time, but there's additional side stuff that we can do. Do not like these dolls. Yep. Why did you abandon me? I'm level 1. Okay, we level up. There's a lot of cool stuff in this game. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, just going on to like most things are empty space. It's like, yes, what actually like keeps us, as far as we know, this Polish town, it's called Pripyat. Okay, that I could see, and you just told me that C, that's the one with the soft CH, right? I'm tired. It's okay, Pat. It's late for you, man. I appreciate you staying up and you know, watching my stream and things, but we're going to call it here soon. And you should get some stuff. There's gas over here, but there's also like things. Do I need a gas mask to explore over here? Oh, we can build like traps and things? This game just has a lot to it. Yep, I'm just going to die. So I literally can't do that. Well, that's weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just didn't think I was going to come back here. Thought I had to. Thought maybe I could just walk around the poison cloud in a way, but I'm not seeing it. And Russia, yeah, is the last character. Oh yeah, the B. Yeah, okay. You're just writing that, but you're writing in the acrylic, and then that makes it, yeah, because that little symbol softens that. I do know the acrylic alphabet, not like, you know, like I am familiar, and like again I can kind of conceptualize, but it doesn't mean like I can look at a word and be like, oh, it is this. It's just like, oh yeah, that little thing's supposed to soften that sound, but I don't know what that does. If that makes sense. It's like, I know it softens it, but then how do I read that? Yeah. You're right. I think it pronounced as a yar, but that's a ya, so that's yacht. And that should be softened. And there's also that thing there, which I'm not sure. Language lessons with bad sad. Alright, let's use our portal gun. Portal gun. Yep. Boom. That's cool. There's just portals. We're literally tearing a fabric in space-time. As if it wasn't bad enough that the radiation was just like causing all this havoc. We're literally tearing apart time and space. I know or the Russians
Похоже, мы
are hard to
можем
pronounce for
проникать в
English
зону
speakers.
и
Oh,
выбираться
gotcha.
оттуда, не привлекая внимания.
And
Ну как
that's the
успехи?
soft ch, right?
Как
So
продвигаются поиски
it's not
твоей старушки?
it's like
Все еще хочешь
No.
вернуться на электростанцию?
Я должен туда вернуться. Я чувствую, что она там.
Чувствуешь? Ох, удивляешь ты меня, профессор Хеменюк. Доверять предчувствиям важно. Но без железобетонных доказательств
Pollution
я не
Russian have a
собираюсь
lot of
рисковать жизнью, как в тот день,
torch
когда погиб Антон.
Не беспокойся, Оливер. Я же не
and like
сумасшедший.
that. Yeah.
Сначала
So
соберу все данные, и только после этого мы придумаем новый план.
Доказательства, улики, планы,
Yeah.
сведения, ресурсы.
it's not like
Нужно все, что
like I
приблизит тебя
said,
к цели,
it might
Игорь.
be, but I don't
Ладно.
think it's honestly something
Что у
in
тебя?
English about like the soft
Обсудим
versus
через
hard.
минуту.
So we just
Но
have
сперва я
like
хочу, чтобы ты принял кое-что
like
к сведению.
channel,
Продолжай.
chocolate,
У тебя
so
появились
forth.
новые обязанности.
or like
Ты
shoe,
нанял меня и арендовал этот склад.
or
Так что теперь ты командующий на
I'm
этой
trying to
базе.
think of other
А значит,
SH sounds.
несешь ответственность за
School,
снаряжение, которое здесь
shoe.
хранится. И что важнее, за все пайки. Пора начать мыслить стратегически. Ты возглавляешь военную операцию. Руководство базой и забота о личном составе на тебе. Голодать херово, знаю по себе. Если не обеспечишь личный состав пайками, никто не захочет воевать. Может, даже разбегутся. Кроме того,
Yeah, I can't find anywhere in
когда
the
ресурсы
English that has
ограничены,
something similar
важно считаться с
to
психологией групп. Выбирать себе любимчиков, награждать горе бойцов и игнорировать
Or,
тех, кто честно терпит все тяготы военной жизни. Самый верный способ вызвать недовольство
and
личного
that's one of
состава.
those things I just
Какой
have
личный
to
состав?
hear and
Нас
listen
же всего
to,
двое.
and then
Это
you know.
пока. Если
practice.
ты правда хочешь
Lots of
пробраться на
practice.
электростанцию, нам понадобится
Like
еще
that's one of
люди.
those things. That's how
Тебе
you like
необходимы
form those
сильные
neural
и умелые
pathways to
бойцы.
begin with,
И
anyways.
каждому бойцу нужно где-то спать, что-то есть и чем-то стрелять. Знаю, ты хочешь выкинуть все это из головы и ринуться на поиски. Но прояви терпение. Тебе нужен план. Тебе нужно время.
Plum.
Не игнорируй потребности своих соратников.
Hmm.
Займись складом. В
Would be like
противном
she.
случае ты ничего не добьешься.
Ты
But even
прав.
she, I feel like
Мне нужно отнестись к делу серьезно.
it'd be like,
Именно так. И не забывай,
and like
ты
shit,
всегда можешь обратиться ко мне за
Shit.
советом. Я помогу.
shit.
За это ты мне и
I don't
платишь.
know. I mean, it just could be that we don't have those. You know, we don't have those feminines or whatnot. Close. She. So we're healthy and stable. We got the ammo stash. Oliver seceded. So now we have to give out food. Oh no, no food. Let's see. How do Igor's psyche will decrease a lot because there's no food for him. What do we have? Oh. I mean, our psyche dropped quite a bit on our mission. So I feel like... This is where we have to think, we have to plan. We lost a lot of psyche, but can we afford to do the full? We don't want to do half. But we also need to make sure there's enough for... Okay, companions content, the mission succeeded. Okay, took some off. Single food ration makes your companion feel well fed and content, increasing health and morale a bit. companion is going to be angry for successfully finishing a mission and not receiving any food. What? It's just a half. Half food ration makes your companion discontented, lower morale. So they don't have the psyche. So that, but they'd lose morale if they did a half. So literally, I do not want to do this like half food ration. But we have to think ahead, right? I mean, we got the supplies. We didn't. That's like our next thing that we're going to do is a supply drop. Okay. So since we're about to do that, we can do normal. It's going to put us with very little food. I think we just go normal. And yeah, just not try to kill as many people in the next mission. I like how I'm thinking about this so much. Like, we're ending it here, and I don't know if I'll go back to this game. That's fun. We can build new structures for your base and train with your companions. Do not hesitate. This is an interesting game.
Пистолет, который я тебе дал, долго путешествовал со мной и уже довольно старый. Предлагаю сделать инструмент для калибровки и улучшить его.
What didn't you do? I don't even remember what I said.
Хорошая идея. Я его сделаю, когда будет возможность.
It's not the best. It was interesting. Oh, you didn't like it. Gotcha. It's not the best. It was interesting, but I know better games. Ugh. Oh, you didn't come back yet. And I see what you're saying. This has a lot of stuff that it was trying to do. But, hello, Nilyar. Thank you so much for dropping by. We're calling the stream here, but yeah. Thank you so much, bud. Oh, man. Guys, Bad Sad, Nilyar, one of you. Can you do, like, the exclamation point, Nilyar, exclamation point, Bad Sad, please? Shout your guys out, alright? Do it. Cool, I'll be starting shortly. Alright, I'll be able to swing on by for a little bit. Thank you so much, Nilyar. Thank you so much to both of you. Lots of shouting out the... Alright. It's beautiful. Well, yeah. I see your point about this Bad Sad too. It's like, to be transparent, and the rating for this game on PlayStation is 3. It's about average, and I would say that's fair. It's not terrible. It's just not, like, stellar. It's just serviceable. Shout out to Toasty. Thank you for shouting out my channel on my channel. I'm about to do that too, as we're going to call this stream here. Nilyar, Bad Sad, Dunstan. I guess I'll look. See who else joined in. This is a fun one for me. We got to talk a lot about, like, stuff. Dat Lamp, who's doing his Castlevania stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for, oh yeah, you played this one shortly, but didn't get into as much. Yeah, sub to Dallas Dragon, or Faco will eat your soul. No. Got a new intro music. I need to see that. Have a great night. Bye. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed this bit of the Dragon's Treasure. If you haven't already, show that sub button some love. And pretend the like is a mic and drop it if you haven't already. Now I'm going on a loop because I'm doing too many different outros. Alright, here we go from the top. This is the one I want to do. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of the Dragon's Treasure. If you haven't already, appreciate if you show that sub button some love. And pretend the like is a mic and drop it Ye stay beautiful. Nailed it.